I thought camping alone would be peaceful, but it turned into the worst night of my life. The plan had been simple: a weekend camping trip with my buddy Mark and my dog, Jasper. But a few hours before we were supposed to leave, Mark texted me that he couldn't make it. Last-minute family emergency. I almost canceled. Almost. But Jasper was pacing by the door, tail wagging, ready to go. Everything was already packed, and honestly, I was craving fresh air. One quiet night in the woods sounded perfect. By the time we pulled up to the trailhead, the sun was sliding low, painting the sky orange and pink. The air smelled like pine and damp earth, and for the first time all week, I felt completely relaxed. The hike in was peaceful. Jasper trotted ahead, nose to the ground, every so often turning back with that goofy grin dogs get when they're in their element. The trees swayed gently in the breeze, leaves rustling like soft applause. Even the crunch of dirt under my boots felt good. When we reached a small clearing near the creek, I knew it was the right spot. I set down my pack, stretched, and let Jasper splash happily in the shallow water. It felt perfect, peaceful, like I had the entire world to myself. And I couldn't have imagined then how quickly that feeling would change. I pitched the tent, built a fire, and sat back against a log while Jasper curled at my feet. The sky darkened, the first stars appearing, and for a while it was everything I wanted. Quiet, simple, a break from the noise of life. But Jasper wouldn't settle. His ears twitched at every sound, his head lifting to stare into the dark tree line. Then came the noise, a sharp snap of a branch somewhere beyond the firelight. Heavy, deliberate. Jasper sat up, growling low. His hackles were raised, eyes fixed on something I couldn't see. I tried to brush it off, probably a deer, maybe a raccoon. But when I glanced across the fire, my stomach dropped. At the edge of the clearing was a pile of stones, neatly stacked, perfectly balanced. And I knew for a fact it hadn't been there when I set up camp. By midnight, the fire had burned low, and I retreated into the tent with Jasper. He paced restlessly inside, whining, ears pinned back. That's when I heard it. Footsteps, slow, measured, circling the tent. Jasper pressed against me, vibrating with a growl he couldn't hold back. His teeth snapped at the fabric as the sound moved around us, crunching softly in the dirt, deliberate, unhurried. Then the footsteps stopped, right outside, and a moment later, I heard it. A whisper. My name. Low, rasping, as if spoken inches from the tent wall. Jasper lunged, barking, snarling, his whole body slamming against the thin nylon. I clutched his collar, knife in my hand, my pulse hammering in my ears. And then, silence. The footsteps faded. The whisper was gone. I don't know how long I stayed there, gripping the knife, holding Jasper tight. The silence was unbearable. Then I noticed a glow outside. Not my fire. This was farther away, flickering. Someone had lit another fire out there. I unzipped the tent just enough to peek out. The clearing was empty. My fire was nothing but embers. But scattered all around the edges were more stone piles. Dozens of them now, each topped with bark, scratched with jagged symbols. Jasper whined, then growled, staring into the trees. And that's when I saw it. A figure. It was too tall, its limbs bent at impossible angles. It didn't move closer. It just stood there in the shadows, watching us. Panic took over. I grabbed Jasper's leash, yanked him close, and bolted. We tore through the woods, branches whipping against my arms, roots catching my boots, Jasper pulling me forward with every ounce of strength. Behind us, I heard it. Heavy steps, dragging but fast. keeping pace no matter how hard we ran. When the trees finally broke and the dirt road appeared, I nearly sobbed with relief. My car was right there. I threw Jasper inside, slammed the door, and peeled out, gravel spraying behind me. But in the rear-view mirror, just at the edge of the road where the forest swallowed the light, I saw it. The figure, still standing, still watching.